What's going on YouTube, and welcome back to another Red Dead Online video. So guys, today we are doing the new opportunity from the Blood Money DLC, the Covington Emerald opportunity. We're doing it on Ruthless, and I'm going to show you guys how you can do it 100% stealth without getting caught. Now for the people that don't know yet, if you want to launch it on Ruthless, you need 25 Capitale. For the people that don't know what Capitale is, I have a video explaining everything about this DLC. You can click top right now if you want to see it, and that will make everything a little bit more clear. So first of all, we're going to the St. Denis station because we're stealing an emerald off a train. And the things that I do usually is, first of all, I go to these two guys, they just talk to each other, and they basically give you some info about a plunger that can be used to set off some fireworks, and this fireworks will basically distract the guards, so there will be less guards on the train or around the train. I don't know if it actually decreases the amount of guards on the train itself, but it's easy to do, so I will show you guys in a bit how you can do it. The next stop that you can make is basically this worker at the train station. He gives you a list, and on this list it's basically 3 locations for 3 chests, and in these chests you can find some valuables. You don't have to do this, but if you want it, you can also do it. Then the last stop, and also the most important one in my opinion, is these two guys, and they basically tell you a location of a checkpoint where you can stop the train. So this is what we're gonna do, and on this location you basically have a wagon. I will show you guys in a bit how that looks, and with this wagon you can stop the train. So on the map now you have 3 things. First of all, you have the 3 chests. Now depending on which way the train actually takes, the second and the third chest might have a different location, but if you take the list you can always see the locations on the map. Then we also have the plunger for the fireworks over here, so we're going to use that in a bit as well. You don't have to do this, by the way, but I'm just going to show you guys how you can do it in case you want to. And then also the checkpoint. It doesn't show up immediately after you go to the 2 guys. It basically shows up after their conversation is done, but you don't have to stay there the entire conversation. Also, if you actually stay there the entire conversation, it might be that the lawman gets kind of suspicious and he notices you, and then you might get a wanted level. So it's actually better just to stay there for like 5 seconds. At the end you always get the location, you don't have to hear everything. So just go there for like 5 seconds. Also with the fireworks, just stand there for like 5 or 3 seconds even. That's enough. And then you already get the location on your map. So the list that we got from the worker at the station is basically a list, like I said, with 3 locations of 3 chests. The first one is over here in the station. Very easy to pick up. I'm just gonna do this one. Basically in the chest you have some valuables. The other 2, like I showed you guys, are at other locations. And depending on which route the train actually takes, I think there are 2 possible ways that the train can take. The locations may also be different. Those 2 locations for the other 2 chests, they are guarded. So make sure if you want to do it, take out the guard stealth, or else you will get a wanted level. Now for the fireworks, this again, it's not something that you really have to do. It kind of distracts the guards. I think it also decreases the amount of guards on the train. That's also important for us later, but I'm not sure about this. Maybe someone can confirm that. Basically just go to location. It's on a boat. It's not always the same boat. It can be the boat next to this one, or maybe even another location, but like I said, you always have the location on the map. Just take out the guard, do the plunge, and then you will see the fireworks. After you're done with this, we're ready to leave the station, and we're basically going to go to the checkpoint that we got from those other 2 guys that were also talking. Now when you arrive here, there is always a wagon, a police wagon. Just take this wagon and put it on the rails. If you do this, basically when the train comes, it will stop, and this will make it very easy to rob the train, and that's basically what we're gonna do. I always park it like this. I don't know if it really matters, but sometimes it happens that the train doesn't stop and it just smashes the cart. So I think it kind of depends on how you park it. And also I always go somewhere close by while I'm waiting for the train, so I can still see the wagon. I don't know, maybe it disappears after a while if you're actually out of the area, but just park it like I did. And then just go behind a tree or something like that, close to it, and then you can wait for the train to arrive. Now over here with me, it was actually pretty long until the train left the station, so I had all the time to go to the fireworks and maybe even pick up the other chests. Sometimes the train leaves very fast. You always get like a notification top left that says the train will depart shortly. If you, for example, get this while you're still in the station, don't do the fireworks, don't do anything else, just leave immediately for the checkpoint, because you won't have enough time. Now that the train stopped, we're gonna approach it, and the easiest way I found was basically from the back. Now it would be easier if we could approach it from the front, because the chest that we're looking for with the emerald is actually at the front of the train. So it would be easier to approach it from the front, but it's also very hard, so it's actually easier if you just do it from the back. I'm doing it with bow and arrow. Maybe you can also do it with your knife, But basically, if you're also doing it with bow and arrow, just take out the last guy, then get on the train. So for example, if this train does start to move, I don't know if this can happen. Sometimes it acts a little bit weird, but if it does move, you're already on the train, so you're safe. Always go for the headshots. If you miss one time, so if you, for example, hit him in the body, the guard will scream, and then you're basically, yeah, you're screwed. If you miss the arrow, you might have a chance to recover it, but you have to be fast, and also keep in mind there is no auto aim because we're doing it on Ruthless. Now in this wagon, there's also 2 prisoners on the train. You can free them, they might help you, but if you do this on stealth, they're just gonna alert the guards and then you can't do it on stealth anymore. So if you're doing an aggressive approach, maybe you can free them. I don't think they're very useful, but still it's better than nothing, of course. But on stealth, definitely don't release them or else you will get alerted. Now something that I also have to mention is if you're doing it during daytime, in the wagons it's very dark. So the guards in the wagons, you see them barely, so be very slow. Make sure you always have that headshot. Just do it slowly on your own pace. You don't have to rush it. Even if you do it slow at the end, like because you took longer to do the mission, you even get more money. So it's actually a good thing to do it slow. Also, for example, if you're doing it during nighttime, then in the wagons there is a light, but the guys that are not on the wagon, they are hard to see. So I think both night and day have an advantage, but I still think that during the day it's easier because you're still seeing a lot more, of course. And you guys know, like during the night at Red Dead Online or Red Dead Redemption in general, it's very dark because you don't have like street lighting, of course. So just continue like this. Make sure that you always get the headshot with bow and arrow. And then over here in the last wagon, this is basically the wagon where you find the chest. There was actually 2 guards and I almost got caught. I kind of recovered fast, but I don't know if there is a better way to do it. But if you're at the last wagon, like I said, always check good. I would just say do it fast, take them out fast. You have a little bit of time after they see something, but it's not really much. After you find the chest, just take the emerald, and that's basically the mission. You just have to retrieve it, bring it back to a point, and then you get paid. Now, like I said, if you also want to get the second and the third chest, you can also do this. Do this on stealth, don't get caught. And then just go back to this guy, and that's the mission. I got 0.36 gold and around 185 cash, I think it was. Also like 950 XP if someone wants to know that. But like I said, if you take longer over this mission, you will get paid more. Personally, I don't do this, and I also don't think it's worth it. But if you want to do it, of course, just go ahead. So guys, that was it. If you guys want to see other approaches on this mission, let me know, because there are other approaches. It's actually a pretty cool mission. Make sure to like, subscribe, check out my Discord in the description, and peace out, you guys.